Welcome to Vibin with Ashley Live. I'm your host, Ashley Live. Tonight is episode 93, and I am so excited for tonight's guest, the Texas honey herself, the phenomenal Allie Venable will be joining us tonight on the show. She's a singer, songwriter, and blues guitarist based out of Texas. Allie started singing at a young age and found her passion in blues. Her fourth album, Heart of Fire, was released in February, and Allie is currently on tour. Allie is in the room. She's right on time, and let's get this party started. Allie!
Hi.
Hi, how's your night going?
Good. How are you? Thank you for having me.
Of course, of course. I'm so happy to have you on my show. I know you're on tour, and honestly, I was just so happy to catch you for just a couple minutes. So thank you for sharing your evening with us tonight.
Yeah, thank you for having me on your show. I'm really excited.
Of course, of course. So I was just introducing you to the room. Now, Allie, I start each show with a song lyric. So tonight's song is going to be from Sleeping Through the Storm, one of your songs. So I'm just going to share these lyrics with the room, and then you're going to tell me what this song means to you. Cool? Awesome. There's no reason to run and hide from the troubles that are by my side. This rain keeps tearing down my door, but I'm sleeping through the storm.
Yeah, I wrote that song. I'm trying to think if that's on my Puppet Show album or my note. I can't remember. It was one of my first two albums that song is on, and it was actually raining. I think when I wrote the song, and
Yeah.
and that song is about, we all go through, a lot of the songs I write about are going through like struggles or obstacles like in our path. And so I wrote that song about that, and like, the rain and the storm resembles all the struggles and coming your way and like not letting that, phase you, kind of just sleep through it or get through it. And it'll be a better day the next day type of thing.
Yeah, because I feel like there's always going to be ups and downs that we go through in our life, and there's going to be times when it rains, it pours, but tomorrow is always a new day, and we're going to get through.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
So let's start from the beginning. What age were you when you fell in love with music, and how did music shape your childhood?
Well, I sang at a really young age, actually, in church. I was in like the little children's choir in church, and I was always able to sing when I was little, and it progressed, and I wanted to play the guitar. I just picked up the guitar around 11 or 12 years old, and at first it was like a way to like relieve stress I had. And just I wanted to play for my family and friends at the time, just for fun.
Yeah.
And it was a good release for me, because in high school I kind of got middle school and high school I kind of was isolated from my peers, and I got bullied a little bit, and so it was a really good way for me to kind of express myself and go through what I was going through with the guitar and with music. And I think that's why I gravitated a lot towards blues music as well. And it just evolved over time, and now I'm that's what I do for a living now in my career. So I'm very grateful to have music in my life. So.
Yeah, I think music is one of those powerful things. And when you said in school you were bullied and it was kind of like all this stuff going on, I think of like high school for me, and I wasn't playing the guitar or singing in high school, but I still gravitated towards music because it just felt like a release for me. So I definitely know what you mean, because it's like high school, people in high school are like not nice.
No, they're not.
Yeah. Like, okay, what can I do to get away from all that craziness?
Yeah. And it was a pretty difficult time, and I was ready to get out of there, but I'm glad that I had, music and something that I was really passionate about at the time, and still really passionate about it now, to kind of help guide me through those struggles and through those experiences,
Right.
for sure.
Yeah. Do you think you'll go to your high school reunions?
I probably won't. I won't.
Hey, I got
Maybe, I don't know. I
I
don't know.
got
We'll see when
it.
it comes.
Yeah, because some people feel like a certain type of way about it, so I totally know what you mean. And guess what? If someone wants to come see you, they can just come see you on tour, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Just not to
I
LA.
guess it'll I'll figure it out when it gets there, but right now I probably wouldn't
Yeah.
go.
So walk us through your creative process.
Well, when I write songs,
Yeah.
um, I really don't have like a set way to write a song. I have a bunch of ideas that I've accumulated over time, like on my phone, or I have a notepad in my room, or where I write all my ideas, all of
Mhm.
my. I really like titles, so whenever I think of a cool title, I write it down. Or a phrase, or like a melody when I'm driving, or when I'm in the shower, I'll like sing it into my phone.
Mhm.
Or when I'm just like playing on my guitar, I'll play something kind of cool and I'll record it on my phone to kind of keep track, logs, stuff like that.
Mhm.
And I'll just build off of whatever the idea I have, whether it's a guitar riff or a song title or a melody, a chorus, an idea for the song. I'll just build off of whatever idea I have at the time.
Mhm.
And I really like to start with like once I get the song going to kind of keep it at. Right now, I've been doing a really basic like um, where I'll have like a nice groove, find
Mhm.
the groove of the song, and then
Yeah.
do a one verse, a pre-chorus, and a chorus, and like build it that way too. That's what I've been doing here lately because it's really simple and easy to kind of get the song going. So
Mhm. So do you write down lyrics? Do you record them as voice memos? How does that work as far as the songwriting goes?
yeah, I do all of that. So I'll write down, like I said, I have a notepad. I'll write down different phrases or something that I can think will relate to the theme of the song, as well as if I have a melody in my head, I'll sing it into my phone as well to record it.
So do you have like hundreds and hundreds of voice memos in your phone?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. There's a bunch of them.
You'll eventually get through them sometime, right?
Yeah, I'll have. Yeah, there's a lot, but most of the time I'll like tag it or I'll put like a little title on it to give me an idea of what's going on with that specific memo. But I have a bunch of them.
Yeah. So Bessie Smith and Stevie Ray Vaughan are a few of your musical influences. What about them inspires you as a musician?
Well, I'll start with Stevie. When I first discovered Stevie Ray Vaughan, I wasn't the guitar player I am today. I discovered him because I really connected with his music because I really loved his voice and the way he sang. I just thought it was incredible, and
Yeah.
it was like soft but still very powerful and like real, just like it's like a cool. He has like a cool voice, and so I
Hmm.
really liked that. And then later, after discovering him, I knew he was found as like a really amazing guitar player. So
Yeah.
I was like, that's really cool. So I want to see if I can learn some of his songs. And so
Mhm.
that kind of introduced me to the blues genre because before I discovered Stevie, I played country music. I really
Mhm.
loved Miranda Lambert and Carrie Underwood and people like that. And I still love that. Like Miranda Lambert lives in Lindell, which is about, or she's from Lindell. It's about 30 minutes from where I live, which is in Kilgore.
Oh,
So
wow.
yeah, so I really love her. But what got me into blues was discovering who Stevie was, and then I discovered his influences and who he liked, like Albert King. And then I discovered who Buddy Guy was, who B.B. King was,
Yeah.
um, who Bessie Smith was, who Rosetta Tharpe was. All of these different blues musicians. It's kind of when you discover an artist that you like, especially I think in blues, especially it opens this whole new world full of different musicians.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what my goal is with my music. It's a little more modern, like blues rock. But it's my goal is to kind of introduce people that don't know a whole lot about blues like I did, like Stevie did for me, to do that with my music, which would be really cool. And Bessie Smith, I really love Bessie Smith because she's like the OG of all blues music.
Yeah.
And a lot of people have taken influence from her, from, Rosetta Tharpe and Elvis Presley, Jerry Lee Lewis, like so many really great rock and roll and blues artists. They take inspiration from her. And I just, in like blues, it comes from people like her. And so I try to pay tribute to artists like that, the people that started blues music and is the foundation of blues music in my music. I put her songs on each one of my albums.
Yeah.
So I just try to show that, pay tribute to her in that way.
Definitely.
And to have others recognize her as well.
Yeah, I think that's so important that you pay tribute to her. I think that's so cool because as a musician, right, you're inspired by so much, and you're like, oh, I like the songwriting of these people, or the way this person plays the guitar, and it's really cool to hear all those influences in your music.
Yeah, it's really cool to be able to like take, like you said, take inspiration from other artists before you, and as well I take inspiration from a lot of my friends as well, a lot of my people, musicians that I'm really good friends with that are around me right now. I take influence from them as well. They inspire me, so I try to take in as much as I can.
Yeah. What other musicians inspire you?
Kenny Williams Shepherd, Kingfish, of course, Buddy Guy, Joe Bonamassa. I love Joe. There's so many, Eric Gales. So many people in my genre are just, they've been so supportive of my musical journey and when I first started. And I'm still young and I'm still new to, the music scene, but everybody that has been in it for a long time have been very supportive of my music. So I'm very grateful to have that community, you know, and support with what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, I think the blues community is one that's so special because you guys are also close and supportive, and it doesn't matter how young or old you are, like you all love each other and genuinely support each other's career, and I think that's such a beautiful thing.
Yeah, I totally agree. It's really cool. I started when I was 12, 13 years old, and again, people that have been doing it for so long have just taken me under their wing when I first started. It's super nice, and it helped me evolve as a musician, and it's been really cool to see.
Yeah. When you have those mentors as a young musician, it's so important to your success, how you look at the rest of your career, because I'm sure you've worked with a number of people, right? And they've all given you little bits of and pieces of information and feedback that you're like, oh my gosh, that's going to stick with me for life.
Or even watching them on stage too, learning little tips and tricks on what they find works for them, and again, things that they told me that could work, and where they see what they see in me, type of thing. And it's always a learning process. I'm still learning all the time on what I should do, how to navigate things, how to write songs, how to write better songs, how to shape different things, and but it's fun and I love it.
Yeah, it's so amazing. Who would you most like to collaborate with?
I would love to collaborate with Joe Bonamassa.
Yeah.
That would be really cool. That's probably my number one guy I would love to collaborate with. I was fortunate to collaborate with Kenny Williams Shepherd on my last album.
Yep.
And I'm going to get to tour with him soon, which I'm very excited about. That's another guy that I can't believe that's happening, and that happened on my album. And Buddy Guy, maybe that would be really cool. I'm really a big Buddy Guy fan, so those are a few that would be cool to work with.
Yeah. I feel like all of those are going to happen for you. Like the Kenny thing already happened for you. Once you meet Buddy, like he's just going to be like, yeah, Allie, let's do it.
I hope so.
So you said your album, Heart of Fire. This is your fourth album. It came out in February. What do you want your fans to take away from this album?
Well, Heart of Fire is about, letting your flame or your light shine through, again, your struggles, some things that are, happening in your life. You can't, the lyrics are, you can't burn it out. You can't take it out. Mm-hmm. Watch the flames get higher, on this Heart of Fire. So, just keeping that flame going and especially during, all the crazy stuff that happened last year. I'm glad to finally put it out this year, and that would be, sort of the message of the album and the song and that song for people that are listening to it. And it's a fun song. It's super rocking. I have my walk on it, and yeah.
Definitely. So on Heart of Fire, the album, you also covered Use Me by Bill Withers. I love your rendition of it. It's so amazing. What made you want to cover that song?
Yeah, I really love Bill Withers. My drummer Elijah actually was like, we should do that song live. It's really cool because when we're in the band, we listen to so many different artists and musicians while we're on the road. Because when you're a touring musician, you travel a whole lot more than you play. You play for like an hour or so a night, and then you gotta drive to the next show. So we listen to a lot of music. And we were listening to Bill Withers, one of his albums, and Elijah was like, let's play this song, it's really cool. And so we decided to, work it up and put it in the set, and it just turned into this really cool, like, jam type song. Like, we open with it, and it's a whole lot longer than what it is on the album, because it's a big jam song for us, so it's really fun.
Yeah.
And we're really big Bill Withers fans as well. So I thought it'd be kind of cool to put it on there.
Definitely. And then like when you perform it, everybody sings along with you, and it's so fun.
Yeah. Yeah, everybody likes that though we open with that one.
So track 5 off of Heart of Fire is called Bring on the Pain with the incredible Kenny Wayne Shepherd, which you mentioned earlier. How did you ask him to be a part of this song?
I became friends with him these past 2 years, and he's really supportive of just young up-and-coming musicians, especially in blues music. He's really supportive of the genre, and I'm very grateful to have him as a friend and as a mentor. And I just sent him, we had talked about actually we had talked about him working with me in some sort of way, whether it's writing a song or playing on a song or producing some sort of something that we were going to work together. And I asked him, I was like, hey, like, what do you think about playing on my new record? And he's like, well, send me the song that you think could work, and I'll let you know. And so I sent him the song, and he was like, and he sent back the guitar stuff, the guitar work on the song. And I was like, oh my gosh, this brought it to a whole new level. And he obviously killed it on the song. And I just thought the song, when I wrote it, I wrote the lyrics at the very last minute, actually, while I was in the hotel room while we were recording. Mm-hmm. And I just thought it would be perfect for him because I could just hear it. It's real gospel-y, it's real like southern blues rock, perfect for him to play on. So I just sent it to him, and he just made it 10 times better. So
yeah, he's absolutely amazing, and I love that he's your friend and mentor. That's so cool.
It's really cool because he's like a really big guitar hero of mine, so to have him as a friend is just a really big honor, and it's really cool.
I love it. So let's talk about Texas Honey Sundays, a show you launched during the pandemic. For those people who are not familiar with the show that you launched, tell us a little about it.
Yeah, so in the pandemic, obviously, us musicians couldn't go play shows out anywhere.
Yeah.
And I have a lot of really cool friends that are in music and are musicians, and that's what they do. And so I was like, well, they aren't doing anything either, so let me just hit them up and see if they want to come be on my show every Sunday. So I would have just live Q&As, kind of like this, just talking to each other, and just, you know, seeing how they came about music and what inspires them, and just doing that every Sunday with some of my friends, and it was super fun, and it really brought everybody together on Sunday and kind of took away the isolation a little bit, you know, because we could talk to each other and everybody could be on the chat with us, and
Definitely.
it was a nice release, especially during the pandemic. So it was really fun. I enjoyed doing that.
Yeah, I think it's so cool that you did that, because it was like, you were like, well, what do I do? And you're like, well, let me just talk to my friends and just go live.
Yeah, basically that's what it was. I basically just like hung out with some of my friends on live, and we just talked about music, which was really fun.
Yeah, and that's the cool thing about going live during the pandemic, is it's like nobody knew what they were going to do. So people were always like, oh, who's going live? Or, oh, you know, now I can always check in with Allie on Sunday, because like that's what I look forward to every week. I think that's so important, because we needed things to look forward to, right?
Yeah. Everybody, as I'm playing shows now, I'm getting out, and people at after the show will come up to me and be like, "I'm so glad you did that Texas Honey Sunday. That was so fun, so cool."
Yeah.
Sorry, that's my dog.
No, it's okay.
But yeah, it was. Everybody seemed to really enjoy that, so
yeah,
it's really cool.
I'm so happy that you did that and just like made this community of people like look forward to something. It's so cool. Now that we're all outside the house, catch Allie on tour. She's coming to a city near you.
Yes, I'm very excited to be on tour and be playing shows again. We're getting ready to do a run. We're going to go to Nebraska, Colorado, and New Mexico next week. Very excited about, and I think we'll go to Nebraska again and then do some festival dates later this month, and then we're going to get ready to go open for Buddy Guy in California, which I'm very excited about, for a string of dates, and Canny and Kingfish. And so
yes. So what's one of your favorite songs to perform, and why?
Oh, that's a good one. I really like playing my songs. I really like a lot of the stuff from the new album. There's one that I really like in particular, actually, from my Puppet Show album, called Comfort in My Sorrows. It's a slow blues, gets you in your feels type song. Yeah. And that's probably one of my favorites that we do. I really like playing some Stevie Ray Vaughan stuff. I do a song of his called Lenny. That's really fun, that I really enjoy playing. That probably would be my favorite, is my version of Lenny by Stevie Ray Vaughan. I have it on my new album, actually. And what's cool is we got to work with Jim Gaines for the Heart of Fire album, which he produced Stevie Ray Vaughan's Instep record, which has Riviera Paradise on it, and it's about the same length as our version of Lenny. And he told us a really cool story about how he, when Stevie was in the studio, he like dimmed the lights and everybody was in the mood to play, and he started the song. And at the time he was recording on tape, and he only had like 8 minutes left of the tape to record, and he noticed that it was about to run out while they were playing, so he like tried to wave off one of the guys in there, and he got the attention of one of them, and Stevie ended the song, and that's right when the tape like ended. So I thought that was really cool that he did that. And he got to, he produced so many really cool artists and bands. He's produced Journey, Carlos Santana, Stephen Miller's Fly Like an Eagle. He helped with that. So many really cool musicians, and it was awesome to have him produce this album.
Yeah, because he's worked with such a plethora of other musicians, and you're like, oh my gosh, you've worked with everybody. Now you're working with me.
Yeah. And he said he had an amazing time with us. He had so many cool stories to tell us while we were recording, which is really nice. He's actually coming out with a book with all the stories of him and all these famous, musicians that he's worked with. So I'm excited. I don't know what it's going to be called, but he's been telling me about it.
It's cool. Because it's like he has so many stories, and it only would make sense for someone like him to put a book out there and just have,
Oh yeah.
you know what I mean?
Oh yeah. I would definitely buy it.
Yeah. He'll give you
Or
a
talk
yeah.
to him.
So you talked about touring. You've toured all over the country. Tell me about a couple of your favorite cities and venues.
Well, one of my favorite places to play is Colorado. I really love the scenery there, and when the weather's good there, it's amazing.
Yeah.
The last time we went there, it was snowy though. It was very, very cold, and there's a bunch of snow. We
Yeah.
actually drove through an aftermath of an avalanche last time we were there.
Oh, wow.
Go and it'll be good. The weather will be nice.
Yeah.
But I love Colorado so much. It's probably one of my favorite places. And Florida is another favorite place to go play. I love, the scenery there as well. The beaches are beautiful and people are nice. I mean, everywhere we go, everybody's super nice.
Yeah.
Really like Antone's in Austin. We just played there and we actually sold it out, which was really cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Played there. That's a really legendary place. And I've actually toured overseas as well. I've toured in Europe.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a really cool experience. I went to all these different European countries. I went to Germany, the Netherlands, Switzerland, Sweden, Belgium, France, UK, Scotland. We even went to Serbia, which was
wow.
Yeah, one of the girls on the tour, her name's Katarina Pajak, and she's an amazing piano player and singer-songwriter, and she actually lives in Belgrade, and so we played in Belgrade, Serbia, which was really, really cool.
Oh, wow. Very cool. So what's one of the most memorable times you've had performing on the road?
Well, I really love touring with really love touring with my band, of course. I think the most memorable time though was going to Europe for the first time and touring over there. That was a really cool experience that I'm very grateful that I got to do that. And I'm gonna go again next year in November around the same area. So I'm very excited about that. And also getting to play with the Almond Betts band for the Almond Family Revival shows to celebrate Greg Almond, and that was really cool experience, and I'm very grateful for that as well. And it's been a really really fun time getting to do all these shows, and I'm getting to meet so many cool people. And but those are probably my top ones.
You're constantly touring, so I'm sure you could write a book about all your touring stories.
Yeah, a lot of tire changes, a lot of late nights that we're so tired. And that would be kind of cool.
What do you enjoy most about being on the road?
Getting to experience a lot of different areas that I probably wouldn't have been able to go travel to if I didn't do music. And it opens your eyes and your perspective once you go somewhere, versus just staying in one spot in one little town and seeing. You think you know how the world works by watching the news and seeing different things on TV, but you really don't know until you actually live in it and go see things around the States or even in different countries. So I'm very grateful that music is taking me to travel to all these different areas, because again, it's opened my eyes and exposed me to all these different types of people, cultures, areas, food, all these different types of things that I probably wouldn't be able to do if I didn't do music. So it's very cool. Yeah,
it's gotta be so crazy being a touring musician though. Like when you're on a bus, you're in a car, you're on a plane, you're in a hotel room, and you're like, wait, what city am I in? What city am I playing tomorrow night? Right? Yeah.
It gets it's it's really cool. I really enjoy it. Yeah, it does get overwhelming sometimes because you're like, oh, well, tonight we're going to be here, and then the next night we're going to be here. Especially in Europe, the countries are kind of smaller, and so you're in a different. Sometimes you're in a different country each night because they're so close together, and again, they're smaller. They're kind of like the States here. So you're like, oh, well, I'm in Germany tonight, and then we'll be in Belgium tomorrow, or we'll be in the Netherlands the next day, you know.
Yeah. So you're currently on tour, which I've already said, and you'll be sharing the stage with Buddy Guy, Kenny Wayne Shepherd, Kingfish. What does playing with these legendary musicians mean to you?
Oh, I'm very grateful to be able to get to play these shows with these amazing musicians. I look up to all three of them.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited to get to be on the road with my band and get to play with them. It's going to be really fun.
Yeah. So guys, if you don't have tickets, please go to the link tree, which is listed below. Go to the tour dates, buy tickets, go see Allie. She's playing so many shows. You're on tour until like December. So like the next 6 months.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot. I try to stay busy. I love being on the road. So as many dates as I can get, I'm gonna do it.
Definitely. What artists or genres of music have you been listening to?
Well, I listen to blues, of course. Like all the artists that I mentioned, I listen to their music. I really like Americana music as well. I really love Keb Mo. Keb Mo is. We actually listened to him the other day. I think it was his live Pink album, maybe it was, or forgot what the album was. But my favorite album of his is his Blues Americana album. I really like that one. But that's kind of what I've been into right now.
Awesome. What song do you wish you wrote and why?
Ooh. That's good. One of my favorite songs is "Life by the Drop," and Singer Vaughan plays it, but I think Doral Bramhall wrote the song, and I just think it's a beautiful song, and it's just Stevie plays it on a 12-string, and I think that would be the song that I wish that I came up with because it's a great one.
Yes, such a beautiful song. So you're touring till December. Tell us what else is coming up next for you in the next few months, other than the tour.
Well, I mean, I'm just writing songs for my next album that I'm going to put out. I don't know exactly when we're going to be recording it or putting it out, but I'm currently writing stuff for the next one that I'm going to put out. So that's what I'm going to be doing. And I'm going to be touring. I'm going to be writing songs. I have a really cute little Siberian Husky that I walk from time to time. And I'm home. So that, and I work out. So that's all I'm going to be doing. My life is kind of boring. That's just what I do. Tour, write songs, and walk my dog.
So does your dog come on tour with you?
He does not. He would go crazy if he went on the road with me. But he's trained, and I've trained him like to do different types of commands, and he's like coming over here now. He knows what I'm talking about. But he knows how to sit and stay and shake and all that. So now I'm talking good about him. Now he's gonna act all crazy.
Dogs.
He's like right here in front of nobody can see him, but he's good.
Allie, what's the best advice you've ever been given?
That I've ever been given? I think there's something. Oh my gosh, my dog! I'm so sorry.
Okay.
My dad told me this one phrase, and it's a great phrase, and I think about it a lot. And it's, you only get what you put up with. That is a great great advice. So I try to take that with me.
I love it. I think I mean, you could all through life, you just keep repeating that to yourself, right?
Yeah.
advice would you give to other musicians?
I would say play the songs you want to play, write the songs that you want to write, and just be yourself. And if you're passionate about music, just keep going. And even when it gets hard, because it does, being a musician is really hard. But just keep doing it. And if you're passionate about it, things will happen. And just keep going. And you can't please everybody. You can't make everybody like you. But the people that do will support you 110%. So
Definitely.
that's what I would say.
Yeah, during those dips and times where like it is difficult, what do you do to like get yourself out of that funk?
I think I just remind myself about how passionate I am about what I do, and that it's gotten me through a lot of other difficult times in the past. So if it could get me through those times, it'll get me through this, whatever I'm going through at the time. I think that's what gets me through. And my fans are so awesome. Yeah. The people that support my music, I can't thank them enough. I don't deserve them. They're really awesome. So that's what gets me through it too, is them supporting, what I'm doing, and they're a big reason. So.
Yeah, I think when fans come to the show and fans meet you, they buy the merch, they comment on stuff, like you're just like, oh my gosh, this is the reason I'm doing this, because of you guys.
Yeah, it's really cool. I'm very grateful for the fans that I have.
Yes. So tell everybody who's watching right now where they can find you on all social media.
I'm on every social media platform, I think. I just started a TikTok a couple months ago. I'm on there now, but I'm on Facebook, Instagram, obviously, Twitter, YouTube. I have a website, all that fun stuff I'm on. So if you check it out.
Definitely. And the link tree, which we linked below, there's like everything there.
Yeah, you can find all of those sites. Patreon, I have a Patreon where I have a honey tribe where I have a private Discord chat, and I put early access ticket information, show information before it releases to the public. Lyric videos, music, all that stuff. I get these shout outs. All that stuff is on my Patreon, which has been really fun on there. I really love going on there and talking to everybody. But yeah, all of my information on to where to find my music, all I'm at, my store, everything is on the link tree. You can click it and see where you can look up more stuff about me.
So how can people watching right now support you as a musician, Allie?
Yeah, I mean, any support from, buying merch, buying CDs, streaming my songs, coming to our shows while we're on the road, or even just like liking and commenting and sharing anything on my social media platforms is support. It's great. Anything like that is greatly appreciated. And, I hope I can, I hope you guys like my music that you're listening to, and I'm putting out content probably every other day. So any support like that is always helpful.
Yeah. So guys, don't keep Allie a secret. If you love Allie's music, share it with people, stream it, tell people this is what I'm listening to. Like, go to the show, buy the merch, post videos, take a photo with Allie. Like, tell people that you love Allie, because everybody wants to know good music.
I even have a page on my website where I share fan photos from the shows, which is cool. It's a new thing that I've been doing. People will submit their pictures from their time at the shows, and then it'll get posted on the website, which is cool.
Yeah, I think that's cool, because when someone meets you, they're like, oh my God, Allie posted it on the page, and they feel like that sense of community, and I think that's important.
Yeah.
Definitely. So that's all the questions I have for you this evening, but you're going to perform for us.
Yes. If my dog doesn't intrude, acting crazy now. The one moment I don't need him to act crazy. All right. Lay down. Sit. Okay. All right, this one, y'all can't see him. I'll like do it. I don't know if you can see him, but he's like right here below me. So, and his name is Kai. He's just hanging out. Cute. This one is the title track to the album. It's called Heart of Fire. I used to be someone not to wait. Pain that cause I try to escape. You put the light back into my soul. He moves faster your skin when I'm stuck in the cold. Oh, oh. Just wait till I light this heart of fire. You can't burn it out. Just wait till I light this heart of fire. You can't take it out. Watch the flames get higher. On this heart of fire, on this heart of fire. Sometimes you gotta rise above the smoke to finally see what's burning out below. Real love opposites what keeps me alive. This heart won't ever stop now. Just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Just wait till I light this heart of fire. You can't burn it out. Just wait till I light this heart of fire. Take it out. Watch the flames get higher. On this heart of fire. On this heart of fire. No more hiding behind mistakes. There's no reason to burn out flame. You waste time chasing your shadow, boy, don't try. This heart won't ever stop now. Just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Just wait till I light this heart of fire. You can't burn it out. Just wait till I light this heart of fire. You can't take it out. Watch the flames get higher. On this heart of fire. On this heart of fire.
Yes! Allie, that was awesome. Thank you. Guys, put those fire emojis up so you know, because we see all your comments, but put those fire emojis up. Sosie, Barda, Tico, Raheem, Picks and Sticks, Arnhem. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thanks, guys, so much. And your next song?
Yes, this one is called Sad Situation. And this one is another rockin' tune. And it's about, you know, all the, not letting go of your past and keeping on moving forward. Which way do I go to get away from this broken soul? I know I shouldn't complain. Hey, these tough times, they won't change. Gotta shake the ceiling and find me some healing. This promise I keep, this nothing I see. It's time that I find my way. Oh, I'm not going back. I'm not going back. Oh, I'm not going back. I'm not going back. That's that situation. Gave myself away for something that was bound to break. I gave to my heart. There's only so much I can say. Chasing what I thought was mine, just to lose myself inside. One thing I know, I'm not gonna go to the side of me I left behind. Oh, I'm not going back. I'm not going back. Oh, I'm not going back. I'm not going back. That's that situation.
Thank you. So both of those songs are on Allie's latest album, Heart of Fire. And Allie, you have some time for some questions?
Yes, yes.
Awesome. So I just want to shout some people out. Marcio, LCD, Wolfgang, Tai Chi master. And guys, if you have any questions for Allie, feel free to put them in the comments section below and she will answer your questions.
Yes, Q&A. Yeah, you guys just type in some questions down below and I'll be happy to answer some. If you guys have any questions.
Where do you see your career in 5 years?
Well, hopefully continuing to tour and write songs. Basically what I'm doing now. Just making albums, traveling, meeting new people, you know, hopefully my audience grows in 5 years and just continue to play venues and travel.
Love it. Do you have a bucket list venue that you haven't played yet?
Oh yeah. Of course, like the big theaters, you know, like Red Rocks is a bucket list. Yeah. You know, it's a really cool, huge venue, of course.
Yeah.
A festival would be Telluride. I would love to play Telluride Blues and Brews. That would be really cool. Byron Bay in Australia. I'd love to play that.
Yeah.
There's just a few.
Yes, those are great venues because I feel like everyone loves Red Rocks. They're like, Red Rocks is like, once you play there, it's just like.
Yeah, it's a very legendary, really monumental venue to play as a musician. So yeah, that would be definitely one that I would love to play one day.
Yes, Allie, you definitely will.
Thank you. What
other instruments would you like to learn?
I actually first started out on the piano, but I really didn't get into playing the piano. I kind of just transitioned over to playing guitar. But I think I would like to take up piano again. I think that would be fun. As I'm getting older, I think I like it more.
Yeah, I would love to hear you on the piano. I think you'd be awesome.
Yeah, I think it would be cool. I mean, I have a piano at my house, so
nice.
To try it out when I have some free time.
What's your favorite riff?
Ooh, my favorite riff. I mean, the one on Sad Situation is pretty cool. I like a lot of Stevie riffs. So maybe like just some Stevie riffs. Stuff like that.
Oh, definitely. Everything Stevie.
Yeah.
Where do you want to go after COVID?
Well, I've been able to travel after COVID. But I think back over to Europe. I think they're starting to let the Americans to go over there now. So I think that's what I would look forward to the most is going over there to play next year.
Do you have a specific country that you want to visit in Europe?
Yes, I would. I mean, Germany, of course, and France. Definitely want to go back to France. Those are probably the two. And then the UK. But that's the UK and Scotland I played last time. So.
Yes, very cool. Which guitar is your number one?
Oh, here recently, I've been working with Gibson, and they sent me a really cool Les Paul Les Paul Special double cutaway with P90s, and that's what I've been playing for most of my shows.
Yeah.
And so that's like my number one right now is that guitar.
Yes. Mark wants to know, what age did you start playing?
12. I'm 22 now. So about 2 years playing guitar.
What type of guitar is your favorite to play?
Well, the black one that I just mentioned, and then I have a Les Paul, a Gibson Les Paul. It's magenta, and in the 90s they did a limited colors edition. And
cool.
One of my favorites to play because it has humbuckers in it. Super, it resonates well. I really like it.
Yeah. How many guitars do you have?
That's a good question. I would say probably like 12 or 13. I think maybe a little bit more than that. I'll have to count them. But I have quite a few.
Who would you like to tour with?
I would like to tour with like the ones that I'm touring. I'm gonna be able, like Buddy Guy, Kenny. I would like to tour with Joe Bonamassa. That would be cool to get to tour with him.
Definitely.
Dom and Beth's band. That'd be cool to tour with them. Dave Matthews or John Mayer. That would be cool to tour with John Mayer.
I could definitely see like you and John on the stage together.
Oh, that would
you guys
be so
doing
cool.
a song together. That would be like writing a song together for an album.
Oh,
amazing.
Cool.
What is your next song going to be about?
The one I just wrote is kind of in that same realm of, you know, getting over what you're going through type song. I think when I write songs, I write about what goes on in my life. So a life experience is what my next song is going to be about.
Mm-hmm. Brett wants to know, who are your idols?
Stevie Ray Vaughan, Jimi Hendrix, B.B. King, Bessie Smith. Those are some of them.
What is your favorite song to cover live?
Lenny by Stevie Ray Vaughan. It's my favorite.
Mark wants to know, how did blues become your thing?
Well, I discovered who Stevie Ray Vaughan was. Yeah. And again, I got in school, I got bullied, and I kind of got isolated from everybody. And blues is where I really connected that way with my experiences and helped me release some of that stress from school. So that's how I got into blues.
Mm-hmm. So Allie, any final words for the room?
Thank you everyone for staying and tuning in and listening to me sing and talk with Ashley. And thank you, Ashley, for having me on your show. Yeah. This is really cool. And I hope to see everybody on the road. And again, thank y'all so much for your support. It really means a lot.
Yes, Allie, I just want to say thank you so much for joining me. I know you're in the middle of a tour. You're a busy girl, and I really appreciate you taking the time to come on my show and being so open and honest about everything. Guys, if you don't already, please make sure to follow Allie. There's the link tree below. The merch is there. The tour is there. Lots of good stuff coming up. And if Allie's not in your city, go look at her tour dates and do a long weekend and make a weekend out of it and just do your thing and go and see Allie live. She is phenomenal. Guys, like I said already, please make sure to follow Allie. And if you don't already, please make sure to follow me. I'm Ashley Live. This is Vibin with Ashley Live. And thanks for hanging out with us this evening, guys. Have a good night. Thank you.